and thanks for staying with us. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has continued to promote Nigerian policies all over the world. Also on customs support, Airport Command speaks to stakeholders on money laundering and also how to operate at the airport. Plus, more report. I am Igiseme Idiye. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service election into WCO as chairman has continued to draw goodwill messages on his performance since his appointment by Mr. President. We now continue on his election as chairman of WCO.
There are key priorities that have been identified in the next 3 year, in the 3-year plan of WCO. The first is modernization. It's an ongoing discussion. It never stops because it is believed that there is always a better way in which we can do our job when we deploy technology. So if we have been paying lip service to things like artificial intelligence before, this is the time that we need to take it more seriously. The next major issue they also talk about is the GED, gender equality and diversity in the working place. We've made tremendous progress in this area in Nigeria, and I know that we always receive a lot of commendation. But as the Customs Administration holding the chair of WCO, we also now need to do more to show that what we have is not just a fluke. Beyond our management and our strategic positions that we try to put our women, there are also increasing attention being given to how inclusive our women are in our reforms, in our projects, especially if we do things in the border areas. How do we ensure that we give women a good experience so that we don't frustrate them out of business? People will say it is only men that can do clearing. Women that you see there are women that have nothing better to do. So the discussions in the global customs community is how you can ease, the process through which women can have equal access or better access, so that they'll be able to participate effectively in international trade. The issue of HR is also very important in WCO plan, capacity building. So ongoing now in WCO is a restructuring. The entire WCO has been restructured now into 2 directorates. And operations, everything that has been in the former 4 directorates are now subsumed under the 2 new directorates. We are going to be learning more about them as days goes by. And it has been identified that capacity building would be a very important aspect of the restructuring and the modernization program going forward. So what this also means for us is that we will have to give a lot of attention and priorities to capacity building. I was talking to DCG HR just some few days before I traveled, and we were reviewing some of the exams, some of the responses that we got from the exams, and it shows that there is a huge capacity gap. There is a huge knowledge gap. And because we have this new generation of customs officers that are coming up, we need to equip them with the necessary expertise and knowledge that they will need to take on the challenge in the years ahead. And what I've seen from the PR team has actually given me confidence that if we can replicate this in all of the other units, ICT, they are going to be the unit that will drive all of the changes that we need. TRT, we have to consolidate on the progress that we have made. ICT enforcement will now have to integrate more technology into their operations. We have to make a better use of intelligence in everything that we do. Our special operations must be result-driven must be goal-focused, and they must be, based on time. So these are some of the things which these appointments hold for us, and it is my belief that with the accolades that we have received, this is going to provide the necessary inspiration, the necessary motivation for all of us.
The Nigerian Customs Service will speak with airport operators on currency declaration at the airport. The meeting will further improve the knowledge of Nigerians traveling at the airport.
Through the synergy that we have made some interventions and interceptions due to non-declaration, false declaration, under-declaration of foreign currencies and other instruments of negotiations. We have also engaged in some instances with the traveling public. Most of those interceptions were appropriately handed over to EFCC for further necessary actions, the arrested items and the suspects. As we enter the second half of the year, it is imperative that we must refresh ourselves and raise the standard in ensuring that our country, Nigeria, is elevated back to the acceptable international status. This forum of today is expanded to include others that were not present during the February session. And it is done so that more of our stakeholders will be involved to ensure a robust national security implementation at the premier air border. Of course, we all know that this is the prime air border in Nigeria. The NFIU and EFCC will join us in the presentations today so that we walk ourselves through the doables and the non-doables, so that every one of us who are working here will bring the desired outcome in order to stem the tides of incidences relative to our area of focus. I want to welcome you all, and I'm fully persuaded that the essence of this meeting will bring positive results, and Nigeria will be lifted out of its present status in relation to financial, monetary, and other instruments that crosses our international border.
Other security operatives at the meeting has this to say on the issue.
We want to reduce the interfacing of passenger and the passenger experience. That's why we need to come together on one front. As we speak on departures, there are also going to be multiple screens for all agencies, customs, AFSEC, and to sit on the screen and see certain things. Training will be provided. I think moving forward, these are areas where we will start to get good gains, rather than having different multiple stops and checks that infect and inflict passengers.
Over the period under review, a lot of seizures have been made, confiscations have been made and handed over to the EFCC. The EFCC has been investigating and also prosecuting them to the extent that we now have convictions. Those convictions have been reported as part of the progress report that we sent to the FATF joint group. The EFCC is fully committed in ensuring that we all work together as a country in order to exit the FATF grey list.
Able to be patriotic, and I'll enjoy the airline's peace. Kindly educate your passengers adequately. And I know with this, we're going to remove our country from the bully area.
The Customs Area Controller in charge of PTLM Command has said that the command will continue to implement government policy on asset declaration as approved by the management of Nigerian Customs Service. The Area Controller says that his men will continue to fill the forms as approved by government. The Area Controller of the Ports and Terminal Services Limited Command of Nigerian Customs Service has urged officers of the command to declare their assets and comply with the Code of Conduct rules as demanded by law. He made a demand in Lagos when the Code of Conduct Bureau visited his command in Lagos. In his address, he said the rationale behind the program is to enlighten the officers of the command on the importance and procedures of asset declaration and its aim, which is promoting transparency, accountability, integrity within the public service. He speaks more.
Conduct is a form that you're supposed to fill periodically, 4 or 5 years interval. The essence is to monitor your activities, any public servant, politicians, wherever they are. Because the essence is for integrity of the system, integrity of the entire civil service structure. And we are lucky that the Nigerian Customs Service is a signatory to the Arusha Declaration on Integrity. Integrity is not only on how you do your work, but how you live your life. So I used to tell you that somebody will be looking at you, monitoring you. That is why today I say it's very important that yes, the people that are supposed to monitor us, the people that can have a say in our lifestyle, actually when you live above your means, they are here with us. The last time we brought in the ICPC here, it's our own way of educating ourselves. It's our own way of putting ourselves on the toes so that, yes, we continue to do the right thing. I have no doubt in my mind that as officers of Nigerian Customs Service, we shall and will be able to maintain the kind of life the government expects of us.
Why the Lagos State Director of Code of Conduct Bureau said that the Bureau is the perennial anti-corruption agency in Nigeria, which was established by the federal government as enshrined in Section 153 of the 1999 Constitution.
The code helps to regulate the conduct of public officers from the president to the lowest ranking officer in public service. So this is telling you that Code of Conduct law encompasses all. It covers everybody, from the president to the lowest ranking officer in local government councils. That means it covers the presidency, the federal, the state, and the local government. So everybody that draws salary from the government coffer on a permanent basis must comply with the Code of Conduct law. That's what this is saying. And the code is an ethical standard which attempts to bring out the best in the public officer. So when one follows all these codes to the latter, you will be the best at your work. You will not run foul of any law. You will not do any dubious thing. The code is an ethical process that preaches placing service above self. This is telling you that as a public officer, we must ensure that we take our service, make it paramount in our mind, not the other way around. Our public interest must override our personal interest. That's what this is saying.
Under the provisions of the Constitution, every public officer shall, within 3 months after coming to force of his code, immediately after taking office, declare their assets, that of their spouse who is not a public officer, and children under the age of 18 to the Code of Conduct Bureau of the law. The controller also says that the Nigerian Customs Service will continue to implement the laws as approved by the federal government.
As a civil servant, you must be guided. And they are statutorily empowered by Nigerian Constitution to do what they do. I want you to know this. They are not busybodies or meddlesome interlopers. They are real here to do their work. And myself and our senior management have felt that it is better when we interface with them. They are not masquerades. Is it not so? They will teach us, they will educate us, they will help us, and guide us adequately.
You are watching the program Customs Report. Apapa Customs Command has been speaking on B. Odogwu as approved by the management of Nigerian Customs Service. The controller says that the system has helped the customs generate a total of 1.2 trillion in the revenue this year. The Customs Area Controller in charge of Apapa Customs Command, has collected 1.3 trillion into the Federation account. He also won importance against not payment of correct duty to the government.
We have insisted on maximum collection of government revenue by preventing leakages and applying demand notices where and when necessary. The revenue collection trajectory points to the possibility of achieving and/or surpassing our annual target by the end of 2025. I've urged my officers and men to brace up and redouble their efforts to make surpassing the target a reality. On trade facilitation, as you may be aware, the Unified Customs Management System, UCMS, also known as Bodogu, had gone live in the Apapa Area Command with very laudable milestones. In addition to the issuance of the pre-arrival assessment report being issued using the homegrown technology, we have achieved issuance of the first SGD on the 9th of May 2025 using the Bodogu platform. For us, this marks a very significant shift towards faster, more reliable cargo handling. We have created a robust platform that facilitates trade and ensures the swift clearance of cargo. We are addressing challenges such as poor network connectivity, delays and congestion associated with the former system. Very recently, under the guidance of the Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale, MFR, DSA, we opened talks with the officials of the Nigerian Railway Corporation and other stakeholders from various associations on developing a standard operating procedure for the movement of goods by rail from Apapa Port to other states. I'm pleased to express that the talks have shown prospects for success with pledges and support for robust participation by all concerned. This effort will revive cargo movement by rail, aims to decongest the ports, reduce pressure on the Apapa route, and provide a viable and cost-effective option of cargo movement to our importers, exporters, freight forwarding practitioners, haulage operators, and licensed customs agents.
It displays some containers of seized items at the port, 10 containers of unregistered drugs, 2 containers of codeine syrup, 2 containers of stolen vehicles, and 4 containers of used clothes and other items.
These seizures are fallout of our efforts at preventing Nigerians from unwholesome goods, foods and drugs, stopping illicit trade and protecting our local industries. As a standard, we will never compromise the health, well-being, safety of Nigerians on the altar of trade facilitation. Every consignment passing through our port undergo diligent check through scanning and physical examination when required. Unregistered pharmaceuticals is the most prominent on the list of 28 seizures made by the command during the period under review. These seizures comprise of controlled drugs, used clothing, codeine, wild animal skin, and other sundry items. It is pertinent to note that the trafficking of wild animals contravenes the Convention on Trade in Endangered Species, CITES, which Nigeria is a signatory. Equally on the detention list is a container of matches imported without the required end-user certificate as provided for in our extant laws. As a fallout from our uncompromising anti-smuggling operations, we have sealed 3 bonded terminals under the command for various infractions. One of the terminals has been charged to court for prosecution, while investigation is still ongoing on the remaining 2 bonded terminals. Let me use this medium to once again warn perpetrators of the legal act that the Apapa Port Command is manned by eagle-eyed officers who are activated to detect and seize on custom goods with a clear mandate to arrest perpetrators. We have demonstrated our capacity in this regard, and we shall continue to do more.
The Ogun State Command of the Nigerian Customs Service, Ogun 1, has again warned importers and agents against importation of unapproved consignment in and outside the country. The controller says that his command will continue to stop any exportation or importation of drugs into the country. He was speaking when he handed over drugs worth over how many billions of naira to NGLA and the border. The customs area controller in charge of Cargo has seized 18 automatic guns and collects revenue of 97 billion naira in 6 months. The customs area controller also seized 32 empty trucks by cylinders with a duty paid value of 18 billion naira.
The period under review, that's January to June 2025, the command generated a total of 97 billion 157 million 711,817 naira 56 kobo in custom duties and other related fees against 80 billion 351 million 299,068 naira generated in the corresponding year 2024. The 2025 revenue reflects a significant increase of 16 billion 806 million 412,749 naira 56 kobo.
Attributed the successful interception to joint information by custom personnel at the airport.
These seizures were the result of robust intelligence gathering, highlighting surveillance and unwavering dedications of our officers. Let me use this opportunity to assure the public that the commands remains firmly committed to curbing all forms of unlawful trade. We will continue to enforce all applicable laws and regulations.
He also displayed the seizure of pangolin and lively pangolin about to be smuggled outside the country.
We were able to apprehend live pangolin, live. You know what I mean by live? Still alive, too. We are about exporting them out. We were able to apprehend them, and we send it to Nestra, I think it's Nestra, and some other organizations that are for custody, plan quarantine. We had to take it to Igbeti, that's Oyo State, and they took them back to bush, where there's a natural habitat for them, so that they won't die. 2, life. So for it not to be wasted, we have to get in touch with those who can take care of it. So, and it's, what is it called? Igbeti, that's in Oyo State.
This exercise is not only for the Nigerian Customs Service, neither is it only for the personnel or officers of Nestra or staff of Nestra. It's a collective responsibility, because matters of environmental crime are matters that affect all and sundry, everybody. So it is good that together we contribute our quota through either intelligence sharing or gathering, as the case may be. So once again, Controller, I want to thank you for a wonderful job.
The semi-border controller has continued to preach about Nigerians to Nigerians outside the country. He made a pledge when he visited Guardian newspaper in Lagos.
We'll make sure that we protect our borders. By doing that, we're also facilitating trade. Where I heard in Seme, you can come now, it's no longer the same. There is sanity there now. If you see a rated signboard, custom is your friend. Smuggling is dangerous to our economy. So on as to raise the consciousness of people and to grow moral sanctity into the Nigerian people. And we are increasing, we are making more revenue. As our last month, we earned 800,000. Yes. So I'm hoping that in the next 2 months, we will hit a billion rank monthly. As I do a loan, about 840 million. Yes. So that's why I'm here, to tell our story, to tell my story. And also, I want to also inform you that I have good management team. Our CGG have taught us that always surround yourself with people with capacity, not on tribe.
While the Guardian official has this to say on Nigerian Customs Service.
That we are partner in progress because we are contributing to national development. From the narrative he has told us, we have observed the phenomenal growth that he has brought to Semeboda, and we are very happy. And then as a payfire of information, shaping the public policy and discourse, we believe that we should be able to expand this narrative, this good tidings from Semeboda to the rest of the country.
It's going to provide because they are members of the press. They are like our window. They will tell the world what we are doing. They will tell the world about our achievements. And I also brought them good news about my CGC. That before now we have never had it so good. That is a wonderful leader. He supply all our needs, and we are doing better even in the areas of revenue generation, anti-smuggling activities, and facilitation of trade. And I hope that Guardian, being a very great newspaper, will help us to inform the world better.
Just before the end of this week edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where the Nigerian Customs Service has continued to preach to members of the staff on asset declaration as approved by the management alongside the federal government. For me, Igeseme Engineer, thanks for watching.